to all Silicon Valley IT consulting companies, startups, future employees, and other H-1B visa providers. Listen carefully. The H-1B season is already here. Cases have to be filed on April 1st and not after. The USCIS limits the quota of such visas. Within the same day, the quota will probably be met. Any mistakes will result in a rejection. As such, the precision of the work to file an H-1B is of utmost importance and should be left to experts. The Shah Peerally Law Group team, with California licensed attorneys, has proven to be an expert in this field, as well as other aspects in U.S. immigration laws. So you can trust the law group to do a good job. Do not wait until the last minute to prepare for the H-1B season. Call us at 510-742-5887 or visit www.splgpc.com to ask for our help. No attorney-client relationship is created by this ad. Attorney does not guarantee outcome of the case.
Attention, attention. Are you tired of expensive, low-quality web service providers? And are you looking for stunning, amazing, high-quality websites and want your website rank on first page of Google? तो आपकी तलाश खत्म होती है यहाँ. Please contact People Inc. on 510-449-9049, 510-449-9049, or visit them at www.beerbulls.com. Beerbulls Inc. offers award-winning custom-built websites, web and mobile application development, and internet marketing services. So contact कीजिए Beerbull Inc. को 510-449-9049. आपको satisfy करना और hard work करना, यही Beerbull Inc. का मकसद है.
Is your credit card debt driving you insane? Don't panic and claim bankruptcy. Don't consolidate and end up worse off than before. What you need to do is call the debt settlement team at the Shah Peerally Law Group PC. They have an excellent record of getting your debt reduced at a fraction of what you owe. The best part is you don't pay a penny until a settlement is reached. Stop wasting time and money and call the Shah Peerally Law Group PC at 510-742-5887. That's 510-742-5887. Get out of debt now. This is just an advertisement. No attorney-client relationship is created by this ad. The law firm does not guarantee success.
If you would like to find out how you can get out of your debts without having to file for bankruptcy, call 510-742-5887. Due to the uncertain economy, many people have settled their debts for a fraction of its value. It's recommended to use an experienced lawyer to deal with it. Shah Peerally is an experienced debt settlement attorney and has handled hundreds of such cases successfully. There are no upfront fees for debt settlement. Only when you win, you pay. Call Shah Peerally, attorney at law, at 510-742-5887 or visit yourdebtsettlementattorney.com for a free assessment. This is just an advertisement. No attorney-client relationship is established by this ad. The law does not guarantee success. Call 510-742-5887.
And now, from the San Francisco Bay Area studios, KLOK proudly presents to you the prominent attorney Shah Peerally for the Shah Peerally Law Show, coming at you with over 50,000 watts of power. The Shah Peerally Law Show, where all your views matter.
Hello everybody. Assalamu alaikum, Sastakar, namaskar to all the listeners. This is the Shah Peerally Law Show for a great law show today, talking of course about immigration law and also some about debt settlement. And today we're going to discuss about many things that are happening in immigration. And of course we're in the H-1B season, so we'll be talking about H-1B and the coming new program, the H-4 visa. So feel free to call the studio. The number to the studio is 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565. And also, if you have any questions regarding debt settlement, feel free to call. And if you want to do a consultation, the number to our office is 510-742-5887, 510-742-5887. And anything I'm going to tell you today, ladies and gentlemen, is for educational purposes only. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. If you have any questions, again, feel free to call our office, 510-742-5887. Let me start a little bit with H-1B. Of course, H-1B season is opening. However, it's on April 1st, all the cases has to be filed. But immigration has announced that they will accept application to put in the lottery because they're expecting a lottery, as you know. I mean, basically a random selection before they even look at the case, and that will happen already around for the first 5 business days. So basically, until the 7, if I count it right, they should be accepting applications. So if an application reaches there on the 1st or the 2nd, it will be considered the same, even the 3rd, etc. But after that, it will not be in the lottery, so it won't be counted towards the lottery. And for those who don't know about H-1B, of course, you can read it on my website, splgpc.com, splgpc.com. So for I don't know if there are any callers right now. So the number to the studio, 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, feel free to call the number 408-912-5565. And today we're going to talk, of course, about H-1B, and also there's something that came up with President Obama trying to make L-1B visas a little bit more interesting and less denial. Hopefully, will be coming out from the government, but we don't know yet. Until we see things, we cannot really tell. But from his address that he had, I think yesterday, on the 2015 Select USA Investment Summit, President Obama is going to look into the denials of L-1Bs. As you know, there are a lot of denials that comes on L-1Bs, especially when we have a situation where people from India mostly, unfortunately, many people get denied an L-1B for whatever reason. And hopefully this time things will change, and they will be giving a chance to people, more chances to people on L-1B. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to talk only about L-1B. I will be talking about every aspect of immigration because, of course, our law firm handles every aspect of immigration, including family petitions, including adjustment of status, and also anything that is related to immigration. We can help you. RFEs, we are very good with RFEs because a lot of people get them. They're requests for evidence, so we can help you on those. Last time I started a topic about termination and the H-1B because this is something that is very interesting too. I will talk a little bit about that, but also I will talk about the end client letters where IT consulting firms have a lot of issues because they don't have end client letters, and some of them have purchase orders, and also there's a distinction between working off-site and working for an end client. So you need to know all this because H-1B is approaching, and this is going to be a big problem, especially for those who are placing people on a third party. So I don't know if there are any callers right now. I'm having some technical issues on my side. So this is Shah Peerally. You're live on air.
Yeah, hi. I'm Sri here.
Hi.
I have a question
Yes.
about H4. Can I put a question
Yes.
now? Okay.
Yes,
so
go ahead.
I'm going to apply for EAD by the month of May, and I'm leaving to India for vacation 3 months. So is it okay if I apply for EAD and I can travel and come back by August?
Well, from what we are getting, most of the information, they are not recommending people to do that. I was thinking in the beginning, if you have your H4, you can apply for EAD and leave and come back. What the USCIS is saying is that if this is the case, there might be some issues because this is the first EAD. Once the EAD is approved, because it's attached to an I-94, it might create confusion. The first EAD, I would not recommend apply then leaving. But if you want to apply, when you come back, you apply is better. Or you apply, you wait for the approval, you get it, then you leave. I'm not saying that it is not possible. It's just like even USCIS from their conference call, they were kind of a little bit not sure on this topic because when you apply for that EAD, it will be attached to your I-94. And the I-94 usually ends up as soon as you leave the country. So my recommendation at this point is not to leave the country when you're applying. Get your EAD first, then leave. or travel and then you come back and you apply. Okay.
Okay, and another question. In general, how much time it takes for EAD if I apply? Is there any idea?
Well, if you apply for EAD right now, the normal time on EAD, it goes up to 90 days. This is the rule under the EAD. But the problem is because we are expecting more than 100,000 applications just after May 26th, there might be a longer delay. So right now they told us from all their presentations or whatever they were talking about, it was purely 90 days. But we are thinking it will take around 100 days to get them.
Okay. Okay, thanks a lot.
Okay. You're welcome. And for those, this is a very good question for the H4. Thank you. And if you need help on applying for the H4, because we have, as you know, we know the H4 very well. Especially me, I've been fighting for this, lobbying for this for years now, and this is exactly the same thing that has been appearing. So we know it well. If you need help, we will be more than glad to help you. We are not charging a lot for those cases. But of course, if you need help to apply for them, to apply correctly, not to get denials or get rejection, give us a call at the office. We will put you on the list. As from next week, we are going to start sending retainers and start working on those cases so that to be ready on May 26th. Because there are a lot of people applying, so we want to be ready early. So give us a call if you need help on those, 510-742-5887. Let me take another call. This is Shah Peerally. You're live in here.
Hi, Shah. I had a question on H4 EAD for my wife.
Yes, sir. I'm listening.
Hey, what are the pros and cons of applying for H1 and then while waiting for H1, apply for H4 EAD?
Yes. This is a very good question because I'm getting it a lot. What I'm recommending to people not to give up on their H1. Go ahead and still apply for the H1. I'll give you a few reasons for that. For one, I'll talk about the advantage first, and then I'll tell you about the kind of disadvantage. Even there is not many disadvantage. The advantage of filing for the H1 is because the H4 is dependent on the spouse H1. What happens if the spouse has some kind of complication at their job, for example, lose their job or they are sick? The H1 then becomes a fallback position. You can use it anytime. It will still be alive. So I will recommend people to file for their H1. So the only disadvantage is like if you're filing for H1, the new H1, it will kick in on October 1st, right? And if you're filing for the EAD, you're on H4, you file for your EAD, and you apply for H1 change of status, on October 1st, automatically you'll move on H1. That means the H4 dies and the EAD will die. So one of the ways I'm recommending people to do it is to file the H4, file the H1 under consular processing, and file your H4 EAD under the H4, and then whenever you need the H1, you can always then bring back the H1 by doing a change of status from H4 to H1. So there's no disadvantage, actually. There are a lot of advantage filing for H1B, but it has to be done properly so that you don't lose both sides, because if you do a change of status on October 1st, as soon as it reaches October 1st, automatically you will be put on H1 and you lose all that money you spend on the H4 and the EAD. So that's the only disadvantage, but it's not a big disadvantage. It can be dealt with.
Okay, sure. Thanks, Shah.
Okay, you're welcome. So, ladies and gentlemen, a very good question. There are a lot of also questions or answers that I've put on YouTube regarding the H4 EAD. So check my YouTube channel. You can type Peerally Law, YouTube/Peerally Law, and you will get a lot of answers. And also we have also set up a good system where you can, if you need help to apply for those H4 EAD, please give us a call, 510-742-5887. And if you have any questions right now, it doesn't matter, it's H4 EAD, H1B, immigration, anything on immigration, give us a call, 408-912-5565. This is Attorney Shah Peerally discussing about immigration live on air today. This is Shah Peerally, you're live on air. Hello? Okay, so Nate is telling me. I think he's Nate on the board with me today. Hi Nate, and if you have any questions, ladies and gentlemen, feel free to call the number to the studio 408-912-5565. Let me go ahead and continue discussing about other issues in immigration. I was talking a little bit about the L1B. As you know, the L1B are for people who are of a specialty occupation but who are transferred from one company to another. So if you have this, many people have filed the L1B and have gotten problems whenever they want to renew it or something like that. So right now, President Obama is trying to help, and hopefully there will be some changes on L1B. And if you want to know more, check my blog, immigrationlegalblog.com, immigrationlegalblog.com. I have another caller. Let me take the other caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live in here. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. My name is Barkha.
Yes, Burga. How are you?
Hi. I have a question for you, and this is about my friend actually. So the case is that like both husband and wife have approved H1.
Mm-hmm.
And like husband is traveling to America. He has already secured a job over here, but while like wife has not secured any job. So if she comes on H4 with him, so what are the chances like for her to later change to H1 status? Can she do that?
Yes, she can do that very easily. She comes on her H4, and then when time she gets a job, she just have to amend the H1B or transfer the H1B. And since she already made it to the quota, that means she's cap exempt. It is totally doable. A lot of people do that actually.
Okay. Thank you so much.
If you need, if they need help when they reach here, just give me a call 510-742-5887. But this is something very very normal. People do it all the time. Okay. Let me take another caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air. Hello. Hello. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air.
Hi, my name is Lavanya.
Hi, Lavanya.
Hi, I have a question. Like, one of my friend has H1B approved. She's working on H1B, but she wants to get the EAD, H4 EAD. So, if she applies H4 this month, and what are the chances? Like, can she apply EAD before she gets H4 approval?
Yes. Actually, H4 EAD is going to be, you're eligible to file it concurrently. That means you can even file both together at the same time on May 26th, or you can file your H4 and then in the middle of it, while it's pending, you can file for your EAD. And if your friend needs help, is getting a little bit confused, tell them to give us a call. We'll be glad to do it for them. Okay. It is doable. They can do it. Okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. And for those who need help, not only on H4 EAD, on anything immigration, feel free to call us 510-742-5887, and the website to check splgpc.com. Let me take another caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air.
Hi, Shah Peerally. My name is Praveen. I have one quick question. Actually, my wife is on H4 and she's planning to go to India next month, and she need to go to the embassy to get the stamp on H4. So will that be a problem? Because after she's coming back, then we can apply for EAD. And one more question is there is any quota for the EAD or any time limit to apply?
Oh, very good question. First, you say your wife wants to go travel to India for vacation and then come back. She needs to get a stamp, right?
Yes.
That's what it should not be a problem. As long as you have a good H1B, your wife will probably get her stamp on her passport. And yes, when she comes back, you can apply for her EAD. And to answer your third question, no, there's no quota so far they have mentioned. That means it's pretty much open to everybody. And it's not like H1B where you have to file on April 1st or anything. You can even file it at a later stage. In fact, the H4 now, a lot of people are thinking H4 has a lot more power than an H1B because it allows you a lot of more flexibility. You can even open your own business under the H4 EAD. I repeat that. You can even open your own business. So, excuse me. So actually, yes, she can come back and then file for the EAD, get her EAD and start working, and she'll be fine. And it's not like you have to file on May 26th. It's going to start. They are going to start accepting application on May 26th. But hopefully, as long as the law is there, you can file all over the year. Okay?
Yeah, because I want to apply with a new I-94. I don't want to, because the I-94 won't be valuable, right?
Yes, you're right on this. You're right on this.
Thank you.
Yeah, and
Thanks
then
a
let
lot.
me know. You're welcome, and let me know if you need any help. As you know, for people who have followed us for years now, they know how much we have really fought for this to happen, and I'm very proud that it did happen. And that's thanks to all of you for your support, because this was not done to the Congress. Because I'm seeing a lot of articles being written there. This Congress did that. It's nothing to do with Congress. This was done purely on a grassroots movement, a group of people who really fought, especially Rashi, who is the mother of this. So we need to give credit to them. And this was done purely to executive action. Let me take another caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on here.
Hi, my name is Raj. I have a quick question.
Hi, Raj.
Yes. What happens to the green card status once the person moves from L1B to H1B?
I'm sorry. What do you mean, the green card status? A perm was filed a labor certification, right?
I-140 is approved on the GC, but like when the GC is on the L1B, but if I move to H1B, so it's continue to be the same status, or I need to start it again?
No, you don't have to start, because the perm is unrelated to that. As long as it's filed and you're the same company, they're still willing to keep your I-140 alive. You're fine. But if you move the company, then you go to another company, then you might keep the I-140 priority date, but then you have to refile. But changing status from L1 to H1 doesn't change your ability to continue your labor certification and your green card. No problem.
But if I change the company, I can still retain my priority date.
Yeah, that's all you can retain unless you are subject to AC-21, yes.
Thanks for that. I have another quick question.
Yes.
What happens if the I-140 is approved and the wife gets the EAD, and if the person moves to another company, so the EAD is still valid on the H4, or it's they need to wait for the I-140 to approve again?
Okay, this is a very good question. As long as the I-140 is alive and you do a good transfer of the H4 visa, not the EAD, from what I'm getting from the information, you should keep your EAD. But if you don't do a transfer, and a lot of people make that mistake, they do transfer of H1B, but they never transfer the H4 status. That's a no-no. If you do that, you will be losing the H4, and if you lose the H4, you lose the EAD. But if it is done properly, this is where expertise comes into play. If the lawyer who's doing that doesn't know they have to transfer your H4, you are going to be in trouble. So as long as your H1B is transferred, your H4 is transferred, the I-140, even from the previous company, is still alive, you're good on your EAD, okay? If not, if one of them is missing, you'll have a problem, okay?
Okay, thank you. Thanks for your time.
You're welcome. Let me take another caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Hi. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, sir. You're live on air. What can I do for you?
I have a question for my brother. He's, he did his PhD from a very good university, and he got his H1, and then he applied for his EB2 and IW. So it is approved, but, for some reason of conversion to the job conversion from H1 to, for further processing for EB1, he was eligible, but he didn't have a sponsorship. So, he had to go for a CPT. Right now he is on CPT and doing his, continuing his stay over here. So he is eligible for EB1. So is it possible to apply, and do you help applying for EB1?
Yeah, it is possible if he qualifies for EB1. There's no problem. His national interest waiver is approved. I'm so sorry because there was a background noise, so I didn't hear everything properly, but let me kind of recap. You have a national interest waiver approved, but then he fall out, he went on CPT, etc. Filing EB1, if he qualifies, yes, you can always file it, but give me a call before you file, because that I-140 that is on a national interest waiver can be a harm to the student visa. So yes, to answer your question short, it is doable, but we have to be careful how we do it, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Good luck to you. And if you need help, the number to call to our office, 7425887. Let me take another caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live in here.
Hi, this is Mehul. So I just had a follow-up question with this gentleman who had just called before on his L1 category. So a couple of questions on L1. The spouse is allowed to work on L2. So there is no need to file an EAD. Is that correct?
You are correct, but USCIS is not allowing that. They want that EAD to be filed. Technically, if you look at the way the section of law is written, is basically when you get L2, you're supposed to work. But the problem that we are facing is that they never applied this law correctly. They always ask people to file for the EAD. So the best way to do it is just go ahead, file for the EAD. Without the EAD, they will consider that the person is working without authorization. Okay?
I see. And one more question. So the gentleman mentioned that he's transferring his GC from L1 category to H1 category. And if I'm not mistaken, you get your GC quite faster if you're in L category versus H category. Is that correct too?
Yes and no. It depends what L you're talking about. If you are in L1A, yes, because L1A forms under the EB1C. But if you are under L1B, you can still file under the EB1C. People don't know that, but it is doable. We have done it before. But if you are doing the regular process, because the L1B is just like the H1B, if you're doing EB2 category, the time is the same. It doesn't change, okay? So, yeah, you're partly right. It just depends which L you're talking about. But at the end of the day, if someone is an L1B or L1A, the chances of filing an EB1C, which is a very quick category, especially for India, it is doable to get it faster. You're right on that. But what the gentleman was probably talking about is an EB2 category that he filed like a regular perm, and that is the same time on H1B, L1, or whatever. Okay?
Okay, all right. Thank you so much.
Good luck to you. Let me take another caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live in here.
Hi. Hello, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
Thanks. So, my question was regarding Obama's executive action for skilled immigrants. I heard about the recent teleconference of USCIS about EAD for those with approved I-140.
Yes.
And I was wondering, if you have an update or what is the minutes of the teleconference.
No, that was not a teleconference with Obama. The teleconference was with USCIS. And basically they pretty much confirm what I've said actually in all the shows, because I don't know if you have followed me for a while now. I've been really in this H4 EAD for years now, and the law that we requested is exactly what he gave. This was something that was already there, sitting and sleeping, and we just tried to push it. So nothing has really changed except they put the word O before it was N now. So either you have an I-140 or the 6-year extension, you get it. But the teleconference just confirmed most of the things that we have already said. The only difference is we have some small question that people were asking about. If you have an I-140 from company A, can you file with company B? The answer was yes.
If I can just interrupt you for a second. I was asking about EAD for H1 and not H4.
No. That one is no. I didn't follow up on that. That is something that has just been not even proposed. That's just a lot of political news. Nothing else really. I didn't see anything. No.
I mean, my understanding was the teleconference kind of touched about EAD for H1, so I was just wondering if you had some information.
No. Yesterday there was a summit, the 2015 USA Summit on Investor. He talked about L1B, relaxing on the L1B, but I didn't listen to the whole thing. But if I get anything new, I will be the first one to announce it. But I'll tell you what was the confusion from the beginning. Because the fight was going well for the H4, a lot of people start tagging along on this, and they start saying all kind of stuff that was not really real. It was just a lot of political mumbo-jumbo that was just being thrown out there. And then they confused people, because people were calling me and say, Shah, you were fighting for I-140 EAD. I say, I would like to have that, but I didn't really ask for that when we started proposing the law. And then what happened, they tried to tag it along, but that was not the purpose from the beginning. They gave exactly what was proposed by USCIS a long time ago, that we told them to revive, and they did revive it, and it just did pass. But the H-1B EAD, what they were talking about for those who have an I-140, that one, I am thinking hopefully it will go through maybe in the next couple of years. But the best way to fight the I-140 is to get everybody a green card. So I think they should reduce the time. That's what we need to fight next. Reduce the time of waiting, especially for India, which can range to 25 years. So that's what we really need to fight, because just fighting for a Band-Aid is not great. For the H-4, it was important because a lot of people were stressed. But now at this point, the best to ask Obama is to just ask them to recapture all those green card numbers that were not used and give it to people from India. So, but no, I didn't hear anything yet. If I hear anything, I will announce it soon, or you will see it on my blog, Immigration Legal Blog. Okay?
Sounds good. Thanks for information. And I'm not sure if you heard about this, but just as an FYI, there's Senator Hatch amendment that is proposing to increase the number of H-1Bs without eliminating country cap. Just as an FYI, in case you didn't hear about it.
No, I know there's a fight on that, but I'll tell you what is the problem. The problem is that a lot of people want to really fight for the good things, but they are going the wrong way. Everybody's trying to push Congress to do something. And everybody knows that right now Congress has not passed a single immigration law. I mean a single immigration favor law in the past 8 years Obama has been in power. All the laws you have been seeing come directly from President Obama. And wasting our time with Congress, unfortunately, because the powers in Congress right now are very anti-immigration. So we are wasting our time there. What needs to be done, this is what we did for H-4. It worked. I did that before for Tri-Valley students. I did it for H-4, and it always worked. Go straight to Obama because he's going to give it. Right now at this point, he knows it's working, and that's what he said yesterday. We should tag along on this. Yesterday he made this I think 2 days ago he made this announcement on the summit that he's going to encourage investment in the U.S. So if we explain to President Obama that there is a chance by giving EAD to people who have knowledge, who have capacity, we can create jobs, we should be able to convince him to give those green cards. But the problem is that everybody is lobbying the Congress, which is good, but the problem, Congress cannot really make a decision right now. There's too much heat on Congress to make. The best way to reach out is to reach out directly to the White House. If they can make it happen, it will happen there, nowhere else. Until things change in the Congress, I've been an immigration lawyer for 11 years. I've not seen Congress really come up with anything really in favor of immigration in the past 11 years, actually. So I unfortunately, that's the case. But I've seen a lot of good things coming from the Obama administration. Not to say I agree with him on everything, but just to say that it is happening, and so we need to go directly to him. That's what people have to think, and that's what called advocacy. That's how we're going to get things changed, okay?
All right. Thank you so much, sir.
Good luck to you, and really thank you. I really appreciate you brought up those points, though, because people have to understand how the system works to change it. Okay, good. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break, and since we're talking about change, the law firm is going to help. We have a Muslim Day at the Capitol Hill, which basically are going to talk a little bit about discrimination. A lot of things are happening right now in discrimination, and we want you to participate. Doesn't matter you're Muslim or not Muslim. The idea is to give equality to all of us. It's basically for immigrants. So it is happening on April 27th. So hopefully there is an ad that they have given us. We're going to try to run it for you guys. And we will be back after those messages, and I will still be taking calls, and then after that we'll talk about debt settlement. So don't go anywhere, keep listening, and I have Nate on the phone today. Anything I told you today is for educational purposes only. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions, 510-742-5887. So we'll be back, and then after those messages, and then we will be talking about debt settlement, but of course we will still be taking calls on all the issues of immigration. Thank you.
Are you an H-1B visa holder? Do you have an I-140 petition approved or have an extension under AC-21 provisions? Are you on H-4 visa? If yes, we've got amazing news for you. As of May 26, 2015, you or your spouse on H-4 visa might be eligible for a work permit, aka EAD. And to apply, you need a lawyer who knows about H-4 visa issues. Lawyer Shah Peerally has been at the forefront of this fight for H-4 rights and has actually helped make this dream a reality. Now, his firm is ready to help you or your spouse get their EADs. Call 510-742-5887 or visit www.splgpc.com to apply for your EAD. This is an advertisement. No attorney-client relationship is created by this ad. To all Silicon Valley IT consulting companies, startups, future employees, and other H-1B visa providers, listen carefully. The H-1B season is already here. Cases have to be filed on April 1st and not after. The USCIS limits the quota of such visas. Within the same day, the quota will probably be met. Any mistakes will result in a rejection. As such, the precision of the work to file an H-1B is of utmost importance and should be left to experts. The Shah Peerally Law Group team, with California licensed attorneys, has proven to be an expert in this field, as well as other aspects in U.S. immigration laws. So you can trust the law group to do a good job. Do not wait until the last minute to prepare for the H-1B season. Call us at 510-742-5887 or visit www.splgpc.com to ask for our help. No attorney-client relationship is created by this ad. Attorney does not guarantee outcome of the case.
Attention, attention. Are you tired of expensive, low-quality web service providers? And are you looking for stunning, amazing, high-quality websites and want your website rank on first page of Google? तो आपकी तलाश खत्म होती है यहाँ. Please contact People Inc. on 510-449-9049, 510-449-9049, or visit them at www.beerbulls.com. Beerbulls Inc. offers award-winning custom-built websites, web and mobile application development, and internet marketing services. So contact कीजिए Beerbull Inc. को 510-449-9049. आपको satisfy करना और hard work करना, यही Beerbull Inc. का मकसद है.
To all Silicon Valley IT consulting companies, startups, future employees, and other H-1B visa providers, listen carefully. The H-1B season is already here. Cases have to be filed on April 1st and not after. The USCIS limits the quota of such visas. Within the same day, the quota will probably be met. Any mistakes will result in a rejection. As such, the precision of the work to file an H-1B is of utmost importance and should be left to experts. The Shah Peerally Law Group team, with California licensed attorneys, has proven to be an expert in this field, as well as other aspects in U.S. immigration laws. So you can trust the law group to do a good job. Do not wait until the last minute to prepare for the H-1B season. Call us at 510-742-5887 or visit www.splgpc.com to ask for our help. No attorney-client relationship is created by this ad. Attorney does not guarantee outcome of the case.
Our privacy rights are being compromised every day. Women continue to make less than men for the same work. Rising tuition makes college harder to afford. What can be done? Join CARE for the 4th annual Muslim Day at the state capitol on Monday, April 27th. Meet your lawmakers and advocate for the change our state needs. Materials, meals, and round-trip transportation are included in the $25 fee. Learn more on the web at carecapitalday.com or call 408-986-9874. This message is sponsored by Shah Peerally Law Group PC, supporting democracy and activism.
And ladies and gentlemen, we're back on air. This is Shah Peerally for the Shah Peerally Law Show. You just heard this ad from CARE, the Council for American Islamic Relationship. They work with ACLU and some other big groups to help people against discrimination. I really like to support this group because I remember back in the days when I became a lawyer, and it was after September 11. We needed groups like that to stand for us, not only for Muslim but for people, immigrants, where we had a lot of people from the Sikh community who were getting targeted, and people from even from every communities who look like us, like me, were getting targeted. So I really appreciate, and I wanted to support them, and I want you to continue supporting them for those who are already supporting them. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk a little bit about debt settlement. Debt settlement is a way to get out of debts without having to file bankruptcy. It is a very interesting way for people. We just did even student loans now. Although student loans is more difficult to get, we can maybe negotiate those and get you a deal. So give us a call, 510-742-5887. And just to let you know, we don't take anything in advance to do those cases. So only when you get a deal, you pay us. As for immigration, is different. So don't confuse the two. One department, we do only debt settlement. That one is only pay when you get the deal. These are contingency. But immigration, it's different. Let me take some more callers. Before I do that, you can call us if you have questions, 510-742-5887. Let me take another caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live in air. Hello? 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 I think we need to pass to the other caller. I cannot hear this one. This is Shah Peerally. You're live in air. Hello?
Hello. Hi. Good morning. Hi. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Yeah,
Good morning. You're live in air.
I have a small question. It's a bit complicated, but please listen to me. I actually came to USA last year March. That is in 2014 March. I came on a H1B visa, and my passport expiry date is 2015 July, whereas my petition expiry date is 2016 May. But considering the maximum date, I think they have given I-94 as 2016 May as the end date. But here I changed it from employer A to employer B, and I was intended to travel out of the country, but so I booked a ticket and I cancelled. But later my plans were changed and I cancelled it. But still, my I-94 record history has shown that I left the country. So I went to San Francisco Deferred Inspection Office to delete the entry. So to delete the departure entry, which is incorrect. They deleted it, but while deleting it, they updated my passport, my passport stamp to have I-94 expiration date as my passport expiry date, which is 2015 July 31st, which is minimum of those two again. So does it have any implications, or is it correct to do that? I'm not sure.
Okay, it's the first time I heard something like that, but usually there's a lot of problem happening on that new electronic I-94. Until they kind of get hold of their system, we will have those problems. So right now what they did, they stopped your I-94 as for the date the passport expires, right? That's what they did to you, right?
The last entry in the I-94, which is saying like I departed, while I haven't departed the country, they removed it, which is correct. But
but what is your I-94 saying right now? What date is your I-94 saying?
My I-94 previously used to have end date as 2016 May, but it is now saying like 2015 July. It is based on passport expiry date. They changed it to passport expiry.
Yeah, they always do change to passport expiry date because there's a rule that the passport controls. So there are three rules. There's the visa stamp rule, there's a passport controlling rule, and the I-94. So what happens while you're inside United States, usually the I-94 controls. But then if you travel and you come back, they will reset that I-94 and they will go by the passport date. And in order for you to travel outside to come back, your stamp has to be valid. Right now, since they changed your I-94 to that date, you have two choices. First, you need to renew your passport. Without that, you will have an issue down the road. Not now, but every time you travel, you'll have this problem. And second, there's no need to go again to the CBP now and to get that fixed. They won't fix it. They will keep it to the end of the passport. by before end of 2015, what you need to do, you need to do an extension on your H1B. And right now, before you do the extension, just to be on the safe side, I would recommend you go to the Indian consulate and get your new passport. Okay? But there's not much you can do, unfortunately, about that.
I have even presented the new passport to them, but they consider only the old passport. And also, I have the new employer petition, I-797 petition, till 2017 September. So do I need to do anything before 2015 July if I'm not traveling outside?
Right now, if you have your stamp, go to up to 2017. When you leave and you come back, you will get a new I-94 that will go towards that date. So you should not have any problem. But you're giving me so many dates on the radio, I cannot really capture all of them. If you want me to kind of look at it closely, just give me a call before you go. I'll review it for you and I'll tell you exactly what to do. Because right now on the radio, it's hard for me to write the dates in my head. But right now you are okay. But if you travel, you have a stamp. The stamp is valid. When you come back, they will give you a new I-94. And this time, since your passport is valid, the I-94 will go probably up to the end of the 797. Okay?
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah.
You're welcome. So let me take one last caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live in here.
Hey, good morning, sir. First of all, thanks for all service to the community.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. What can I do for you?
I have 3 questions only. I am H1B.
Yes.
I bought a new home. My realtor wanted to give me some commission back, and he's saying he will run 1099 on the commission. Is it legal for H1B to get the commission back with 1099?
Commission, yeah. Anything passive is okay. Like you're getting, for example, let's say you own shares in a big company, I don't want to mention, and you're getting dividend every month. That's okay. That's allowed. You can sell a house, make profit on it. What you are not allowed to do is active work unless you have an H1B attached to it. Active work means, for example, let's say you are going to work in another company helping them to build their database. You're an IT engineer, right? That's active work. You have to get paid, and if you get paid, you have to have an H1B attached. But let's say you're going to the mandil and you want, or the masjid, or to the gurdwara, you want to help. That's not active work because that's basically you are doing volunteer helping of the community. That's allowed. And if you're receiving any kind of income from passive, for example, you buy stocks and you sell stocks, unless you are an expert in financial, it's not really work, then you are okay. Those are allowed. What is not allowed is if you participate actively. For example, you run the company, you sign checks, and you do things like that. That's not allowed. But in your case, since you're getting a commission, that's allowed, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So, ladies and gentlemen, very, very good question today. I don't know if you have more callers. I'll take one more. I think we have time. Let me take one more. This is Shah Peerally. You're live in here. Okay, no callers. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much today. We had an amazing number of calls and very interesting calls, actually. I took time to answer them today. Usually I go pretty fast, but I wanted to answer because many of the questions relevant to the H4 issue is very interesting because a lot of people are giving, I'm so sad to say that, people are giving a lot of wrong information out there on the H4. And I don't know why they're doing that. It's like everybody suddenly just wake up for the H4 as if the problem was not there before. I remember the days when we started fighting for this, people were almost laughing, saying it will not happen. But now when it happens, everybody suddenly became an expert, and they're giving wrong information. So be very careful what you're getting out there. And even some newspapers are writing articles that doesn't even make sense. And make sure that where you're getting your information is coming from a lawyer. This is the biggest problem we're facing now in the community. With the internet age, a lot of forums are giving wrong information. And I don't have any problem with forums. I have my own forums, which is SP Law Forum. But the good thing is that I own the forum, and I know exactly where I can moderate things. But don't take law from people who are not lawyers. First of all, what they're doing, they're practicing law without a license. And I know there's basically the most popular forums are non-lawyers forums, and they just are there to get your attention, to make profit, which is okay. There's nothing wrong, but they're giving also wrong information, so be careful. And also, if you want to really analyze your cases, talk to a lawyer. Even a lawyer who is a lawyer, just a lawyer, will not be able to help because Immigration law is very, very technical. Even me, who have been practicing this for 11 years, sometimes I have to refer to books. So be very careful where you're getting the information because it can harm you more than help you. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're almost done with the show. I don't know how much time we're left, but I'm going to talk a little bit more about debt settlement because this is something very interesting. We have been able to settle judgments for people because, as you know, if someone sues you and they get a judgment against you, it's very easy for them to collect. And they can start garnishing your paycheck, put lien on your property and things like that. We can help you. So let us know if you need help. We will be glad to help, and we don't charge you for debt settlement. I repeat that, for debt settlement until we get a deal for you. So it's on contingency basis, as we call it. So call us 510-742-5887, and the website to check yourdebtsettlementattorney.com, yourdebtsettlementattorney.com. Let me recap before we end now. We have another 5 minutes to go, I think. And today I wanted to talk about everything on immigration, about L1B, which is something very interesting coming up now, something to look into because President Obama mentioned it. And also the H4, I got a lot of calls like I mentioned, and we will be starting to pick up. A lot of people have called me to help them, and I will be glad to help. You can call our office. We will start sending you retainers as from next week to start working on those cases. And the number to call, 510-742-5887. For those who don't know, who have picked up the shows at a later stage, if you have known me for a while now, I've been doing the show for 5 years. I think at least 3.5 or 4 years, out of which we have been very much dedicated to helping people on the H4. I remember we started really with a one mega show for 3 hours, which is on YouTube if you type Mega Show H4. How we started the movement with a group of ladies and a group of people who really wanted to help, especially Rashi. And may God bless her for doing so much for people. And we started also with the change.org. And the petition has gathered 8,000 signatures and the media. And we started contacting all the media and all the people we could get to make things happen. And what we did also, we focused on this provision that USCIS themselves wanted to bring forward, but they have never really brought forward. It was there sitting. So we pushed this, and if you look at the letter I wrote to President Obama, I think it was in 2012, and it was posted on I think India Post at that time, the letter, open letter. It clearly says pretty much the same thing that they have given now. So this thing didn't happen the way other people are trying to pull it to. It didn't happen to lobbies. Nobody paid. And I know a lot of people want to give their money to lobbies thinking that they're doing something. They have not done anything, to be honest. The people who really did something are you people who really called and really got really grassroots, signed the petition and went door to door to ask for help. So now it's time for you to enjoy that EAD. And if you need help, of course, we are here for you, 510-742-5887. And ladies and gentlemen, I would like you also to participate. This is another thing that is close to my heart. I'm very much an activist, and I really want support for people who really should not be discriminated against with. Just because of the color of our skin, just because of our religion, just because we are different in certain things, we're still human beings at the end of the day. A good human being should care about another human being irrespective of the religion. And that's what I've been taught since I'm a child, and that's what I believe in. Doing the right thing. We all make mistakes, but don't get me wrong, but the truth is we need to support each other. And this Muslim Day at the Capitol Hill is very interesting. So please join in. And we will be back on the air at from 12 to 1 on Monday. And, of course, H-1B season is going on. If you need help, feel free to call our office, 510-742-5887. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And anything I told you today is for educational purposes only. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any question. So I'm going to say goodbye on those notes, and I want to thank you for listening. And keep listening. I'll be back next week, 12 to 1 on Monday, and Thursday 10 to 11. And Friday night they replay the show, I think, at midnight. So please keep listening. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.
Our privacy rights are being compromised every day. Women continue to make less than men for the same work. Rising tuition makes college harder to afford. What can be done? Join CARE for the 4th annual Muslim Day at the state capitol on Monday, April 27th. Meet your lawmakers and advocate for the change our state needs. Materials, meals, and round-trip transportation are included in the $25 fee. Learn more on the web at carecapitalday.com or call 408-986-9874. This message is sponsored by Shah Peerally Law Group PC, supporting democracy and activism.
Is your credit card debt driving you insane? Don't panic and claim bankruptcy. Don't consolidate and end up worse off than before. What you need to do is call the debt settlement team at the Shah Peerally Law Group PC. They have an excellent record of getting your debt reduced at a fraction of what you owe. The best part is you don't pay a penny until a settlement is reached. Stop wasting time and money and call the Shah Peerally Law Group PC at 510-742-5887. That's 510-742-5887. Get out of debt now. This is just an advertisement. No attorney-client relationship is created by this ad. The law firm does not guarantee success.
Our privacy rights are being compromised every day. Women continue to make less than men for the same work. Rising tuition makes college harder to afford. What can be done? Join CARE for the 4th annual Muslim Day at the state capitol on Monday, April 27th. Meet your lawmakers and advocate for the change our state needs. Materials, meals, and round-trip transportation are included in the $25 fee. Learn more on the web at carecapitalday.com or call 408-986-9874. This message is sponsored by Shah Peerally Law Group PC, supporting democracy and activism.